Zombie Apocalypse.
So hello viewers, welcome to my channel Medicine Era. Today we are going to talk about the animal simulation techniques in experimental pharmacology. In our pharmacology labs, in different institutions who are running the pharmacy courses, mainly the undergraduate pharmacy courses, there are different type of rules and regulations are there during the animal experimentation. Mainly due to the rules and regulations of CPCCA, mainly Committee for the Purpose of Care and Supervision on Experiments of Animals, and also the INSA, means Indian National Science Academy, there are totally prohibition over the animal experimentation in case of diploma in pharmacy and bachelor in pharmacy. So in this situation, all the institutes are shifted their pharmacology labs in the virtual mode. Mainly they are using a different type of virtual lab softwares, which are mainly using to perform the animal experimentation, because we know that in case of pharmacology, animal experimentations are the main source of knowledge. Means different type of pharmacological experiments are nothing without animal experimentation. They are the main source. So we are doing this type of experimentation now using different type of in silico testing. Means what is in silico testing means, you have know that in case of computers, the main ingredient is semiconductor. Okay, so in case of semiconductors, the main ingredient is silicon or silica. So from this, the experiments which are doing by the computers, they are mainly denoted as the in silico experiments. So this type of virtual experiments are going to be named as in silico testing. So we are doing this type of experiments in the pharmacology labs nowadays. Today I am going to show you an experiment which is doing by the virtual lab techniques, and we will also gather some knowledge about the animal experimentations by computational or in silico testing. So this is our main session of today. So in our pharmacology lab nowadays, we are using different type of animal simulation techniques by using different type of softwares. Mainly in the market there are various softwares, but I am using that particular software, that is Virtual Lab XPharm series software. This is a paid online software, and the supplier will provide a user ID and password for you after the payment is successful, and you can use this particular software in online mode by using that particular supplied user ID and password, and you can log in into the software page and you will see that particular window. Okay, so today I am going to introduce all of you to a particular experiment that is very important for diploma in pharmacy and as well as bachelor in pharmacy. That is experiment on effect of various drugs on rabbit eye. This is a very important experiment. This is the experiment. You can see that there are lots of experiments are there in that particular software. So all are there in the virtual mode. Okay, so we are going to start that the different type of effects of drugs in rabbit eye. So experiment on effect of various drugs on rabbit eye. I have click on that button, and this is the window is open that is denoted that particular experiment. So we can click on that blue bar, that effect of different drugs on rabbit eye. So there will be a window is open that is denoted as to perform the virtual experiment. Click here. So this is the main practical window. In this case I am going to introduce yourself with that particular experiment. Mainly basically in case of different drugs or different effects on eye, mainly in case of cholinergic drug and anticholinergic drug, there are two different effects on particular eye, that may be human eye or any type of animal eye. Because in case of cholinergic drugs, they are mainly used to constrict the pupil of the eye, and in case of anticholinergic drug, they are used to dilate the pupil of the eye. So in this experiment we are using both type of drugs, one is cholinergic and one is anticholinergic. In case of cholinergic activity, we are using the physostigmine. Physostigmine is mainly a anticholinesterase drug, means these type of drugs are inhibiting the activity of cholinesterase enzyme. This cholinesterase enzyme is mainly responsible for hydrolyzing the acetylcholine. Okay, so it will deplete the concentration of acetylcholine. So if we used any anticholinesterase drug, then the acetylcholine concentration will be remain same in our body. That will affect as a cholinergic drug, because cholinergic drugs are which drugs which are mainly using as the acetylcholine, or which will show the effects like the acetylcholine. Okay, and in case of anticholinergic drug, we can use the atropine that is the main effect, which is totally different or totally opposite of acetylcholine. Okay, so in this window you can see there are two types of eyes of rabbit. One is left eye and one is right eye. So we have to choose one eye for control and one eye for test. Okay, so we are using that left eye for control and the right eye for test. Okay, so there are different type of buttons are there. One is select drug button and one is torch on, torch button. This type of buttons are also there. So in this experiment we will see that what the effect of that particular drugs, as well as the light reflex of that particular eye of the rabbit, and also the corneal reflex of that particular eye of the rabbit. Okay, so in this select drug column there are different type of drugs are there, and also the saline solution. So in case of control eye or the left eye, I am using the saline solution. So after using or choosing that particular saline solution, you have to click on that inject drug button. So there are three options are there: left eye, right eye and cancel. So I am using the left eye as the control, so I am choosing the left eye, and you see that this dropper will inject the saline solution in the left eye. So in case of saline solution, there is no difference in that left eye. The pupil diameter is same, but when we use the right eye as the test, then we can use that particular drug. So in case of cholinergic effect, I am using that physostigmine. So I have to select the inject drug button. After inject drug button, I have to select it the right eye. So you can see that the dropper will inject that physostigmine on that right eye, and that right eye or the pupil of the right eye is constricted because this is a cholinergic drug. You can see it properly. The pupil of the right eye is totally constricted. Okay, or the size or diameter of the right eye will be decreased. Okay, so after injecting that, we can use the torch. You can see that in the left eye or the control eye, there is no effect of torch. You can use that, but in case of curtain, there will be a blinking of the eyelids, because if you touch a curtain or any type of external stimuli to an eye, then the eyelid will be closed. So it will be seen that portion, the eyelids are closed. In the right eye, there will be the same responses. It is showing. Okay, so in case of corneal reflex, the same response is there, the blinking of the eyelids. So we can assume that there will be no change or any type of differences in between the control eye and the test eye after injecting the physostigmine and after injecting of the saline in case of corneal reflex and also the light reflex. Okay, so after injecting the physostigmine, you have to measure the diameter of that particular eye. In case of that particular left eye or right eye, the diameters are same when they are in a normal condition. And in case of measurement of the diameter, you can use any type of scale, small scale in the window or in the screen of that particular laptop you are using or tablet you are using or any type of mobile you are using. This is particular software which you can use in your mobile also, mainly smartphones. Okay, you can use it in your desktop, any type of laptops or tabs, whatever it is. Okay, so in case of that measurement of the diameter of the eye, you can use a scale over the screen of that particular instrument you have used, whether it is laptop or anything else, and then you can measure the particular diameter of that particular eye. So before the diameter you have measured, and after the constriction of the pupil you have measured the diameter. So you can readily you can get the particular diameter difference of that particular two eyes or particular injecting of that particular drug. So this is the main experiment. So after that happened, you can click for a new rabbit for a new experiment, and also you have got the table. This table is very important because it will show the observation table, and you can tabulate your readings on that observation table for your practical lab copy. Okay, so this table will show the rabbit number, 1 right eye, 1 left eye, 2 right eye, 2 left eye. Okay, drug or saline, you can use you are using that saline and epinephrine. Okay, or what type of drug you are used, whether it is physostigmine or anything. Okay, you can tabulate it in there. Intraocular tension, the intraocular tension is measured in that particular portion. you can see it that intraocular portion is measured in there, in that active drug portion, and beneath this the intraocular tension is there. So about the intraocular tension, you can measure it by these two tables, and also in the light reflex before and after, you can tabulate it by counting the blinking of eyes. It will be counted as plus plus, minus minus, etc., etc. Corneal reflex, you can also write it like plus plus and minus minus. And in case of pupil size before and after, you can measure it by using a scale, and you can write the diameter in millimeter. Okay, so this is the observation table. So in case of I want to choose a new rabbit, so click on for a new rabbit. The new rabbits are there, so I have to use the same procedure as I have also done that particular saline solution injection. So I'm not doing that. Saline solution injection is there, and I'm just doing the right eye or the test eye, and in this case I'm using the drug that is, I think, atropine. This is an anticholinergic drug, so I have to inject it in the right eye. So after injection, you can see that the diameter of the pupil is increased. Okay, because atropine shows the opposite effect to the cholinergic drug or physostigmine, so the diameter of the pupil is increased. So in case of different type of cataract surgeries, the atropine sulfate injection is used because it increases the diameter of the pupil, so the surgery will be running in a smooth way. Okay, so this is the main difference. So in the same way, you have to measure the diameter of the pupil before and after, and you can tabulate the whole table. So this is total the whole experiment, and you can also use that light reflex button and also the corneal reflex button. So by this process, you can understand how the experiments are going in the labs using the live animals. Okay, so this is all about the animal experimentation technique in simulation process. Okay, so I am using here the virtual lab XPalm series software, and I am doing the experiment of various effects of different drugs on rabbit eye. So this is all about that particular experiment. So I hope that you have enjoyed the whole session of today, and in this session I have mainly discussed about the animal experimentation, which is mainly the experiments on rabbit eye or effects of different drugs in rabbit eye. Okay, so in case of my next videos, I will define all other experiments which are doing by the virtual lab techniques in the pharmacology lab, and you can gather also knowledge about these animal experimentation techniques. Okay, so in case of pharmacology, this technique will be inevitable nowadays. So according to the ethical committee or CPCCA or INSA, you have to know that you have to transfer all the experiments in B.Pharm and D.Pharm courses to that in silico testing or in silico studies. In the master's courses, you have to use the animals for the general pharmacological studies. So this is all about today's session, and if you think that this is fruitful, please like, subscribe, comment, and also share my channel, and please subscribe my channel and also give your valuable comments. That is very encouraging for me to do such type of videos in future also. And this is all about today's session, and see you next time. Thank you.